Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Ty Chandler to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Play action on first down. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Escapes the pocket. Steps up, and he's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Darnold looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. 1st
and 10 from the 41. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing off the play fake here. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's on the move. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, the timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Right to the air, Burrow. Getting out to his left, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Burrow setting up the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Bengals send out the punting unit, and he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Addison going in motion right. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody reading lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was incredible. What a stop.
Third and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be Bengals football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Burrow from the gun. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Brown again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Burrow setting to throw. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw again, it's Burrow. He's got it! And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. It's Brandon Powell with the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Vikings now set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10, here's Jones. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Higgins makes the catch. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Darnold. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Burrow setting up the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That is your old-school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Catch made by All. And he's tackled for no gain. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Burrow out of the shotgun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Running back sent in motion. Throwing on third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
They'll bring out the punter here. Brandon Powell on the return for the Vikings. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd down carry for Jones. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Darnold looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Running right, this is Jones. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
On again comes Ryan Wrights for another punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He has the 1st over the middle, and he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning him from the slot right. From the 18 on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They bring the tight end in motion. To throw again, it's Burrow. He's got it on the slant. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the... And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Burrow. On the move, headed right. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Powell now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has the connection to Hawkinson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage, and you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
It's Jones on the toss. Up the sideline, past the 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. To throw, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That one's complete, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the 16. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Going power with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals take a 20-zip lead. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, it just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner, if someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
A give left side to Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Addison going to motion over left. Staying on the ground with Jones. Blast through midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They give to Jones, right side. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this 1st half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Ryan Wright on to punt. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. A run with Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here he is on third and long. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Burrow from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and long, here's Burrow. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Back deep is Powell. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Hockenson reels it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Darnold. No place to go, so he just threw it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Darnold looking to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Back deep is Williams. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be Bengals football. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. On first down, here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. Gets up the edge to the 35. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run again with Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give now to Brown. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on second down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Offense to the line for second down. The tight end going in motion right. Second and 12 behind the sticks. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Burrow to the air now. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So that brings up fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Butker knocks it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First and 10 now from the 30. To throw, here's Darnold. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Straight ahead they go with Jones. Still finding room past the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Darnold. He throws a bullet to the center of the... He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings start the second half with some needed points. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it! And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again
They got
and
it. Come
again.
on now.
But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow setting up the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings are able to bring this back to the 35-yard line. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
The Vikings and receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Has his man, it's Addison. And he's gonna be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Jones once more. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Has it down close. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Well, we saw this before. Vikings offense out to try for 2. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the puck. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do. Make something happen. Ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these 2-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Gets himself free. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Brown on the carry. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They bring Higgins in motion left. Here's Brown again. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, Burrow to throw. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 23. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. To throw again. It's Burrow. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow has it in close. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals make it a 16-point ball game. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Powell now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Vikings and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throwing off the play fake here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Forced out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Second down carry for Jones. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Punting unit out now. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Burrow from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now a give, it's Brown headed right. And he's brought down up across the 40. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Brown on the inside give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. On the ground, Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. From the gun, a give to Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A 3-yard gain leaves him just a little short. A decision to make now on 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 16. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw, here's Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Darnold looking to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Second and 4. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They are throwing it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The offense getting set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They're out and set, first and 10. Burrow setting to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterback tight end on the same page, albeit not a long gain, but a trustworthy connection between the two.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's got a man left. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks. Man, they've had a heyday in the backfield.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Butker knocks it through, and that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Powell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Here's Darnold to throw. He throws a bullet down the left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Their offense running back out now. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now it's Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Going with Brown on the ground. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run again with Brown. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. They pick up 7 on the ground. That brings up 2nd and 8.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals about set to celebrate this win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give now to Brown. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. A run with Brown. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ballgame.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.